So folks, this is Eric Getz. It's FBI video tip number 43. And today is July 13th. Let me put some music on. So, a lot of new relevant revelations. I'm going to turn this down. I was arrested last week. Stayed in jail for 1 day. I turned myself in, and the arrest was for harassing the woman who has been extorting me for over a year, and one of them, and she filed harassment charges on me for telling the truth one day last February 25th while she was being handcuffed inside her detective's office. And what was happening was her and her lesbian lover Brenda they set me up by both talking on two phones and then switching them back and forth, and then Val saying, Skylar McDermott, also known as Val, saying, "Don't talk to me." And so then she switched phones with Brenda, and then so thought I was talking to Brenda, but she goes, "You're busted." Then she goes, "Okay, you're harassing me," and then shot off a text dialogue to her CPS detective, and he they got an arrest warrant for me signed on the February 25th. Now I found out last week through a bonding company, months later, that I had an arrest warrant, so I went and turned myself in and spent a day in jail for harassment, and got bonded out, and and a lot of things have happened since then. I turned off my phone for a week because when I called the cop, I was like, "Well, just give me a chance to turn myself in. I'll come right over there tomorrow." He goes, "Well, come today." I was like, "Well, give me that. I need a ride." And so I said, "I'll come in tomorrow," and I did. And they wanted my phone, my expensive phone that cops have taken 8 or 9 of my, at least 6, I know for sure, phones. And this is my 55th SIM device. Okay. I need this to work, guys. I'm an FBI informant, and I'm submitting a lot of tips to the FBI, and a lot of people are very upset with that because the tips involve about 20 people that are criminals, and including a lot of police from 2 different agencies are corrupt. And I know this to be true because they stole my phone containing a lot of evidence of extortion and all kinds of other things. And then I believe another set of cops, the ones that followed me and my father around, these drug cops who a man by the name of Stevie Nedzi works for, and he's an informant, and they followed me and my father around for 2 days. And I think I talked about that on some other tips, or you'll see them. I'll go into detail on that on another day. Now, as soon as I turned my phone on, I had about at least 3 one-time security code Microsoft. I was like, "What the hell is this?" And so I went into my Microsoft account and saw that there was a lot of people been watching me in other cities, police departments, I'm sure. And so let's look at that. Okay, if anybody, cops want to know where I'm at, this is where I'm at. Rode 12 miles to find this spot on my bike. The Brenda and Skylin ripped off $4,100 trying to buy a car. Another guy's ripped off $5,000 cash trying to buy another car. So I believe that the crooked police are allowing this stuff to happen to me, okay, and setting me up because they don't want me, just like a good friend of mine, a new pen pal that I've got, who's fighting a lot of corruption in Washington. And let's look at him real quick. He is Mr. Doolin, and look at this poor guy. He walked into a room full of plastic. They were going to kill him, and he got ripped off $5,000. And coincidentally, there's a McDermott family he's involved with. Now, I know the McDermotts are honest people and good people that were trying to help Skylar McDermott, but this guy's resorted to selling lemonade in front of the DOJ because they keep destroying his car and his evidence, and they've actually he's been barred from going to the place he needs to file his complaint. He's got courthouse people and and police messing with him. And there was a senator, or one of the Congress people or somebody was trying to call an FBI tip in for him. So I sent a whole lot of stuff, and he's trying to raise $400 for a filing fee. And I told him, dude, get a freaking GoFundMe. I'll give you 20 bucks. I'll funnel your traffic. I tried 2 GoFundMes, but now I realize one was for the the fake brain operation the kids invented, and the other one was when I was trying to get safety for Skylar McDermott at the time before I found out she had murdered somebody. And so neither one of those raised money. I'm glad they didn't, but this one's a real noble cause, and when you focus on other people than yourself, I think karma pays back. So I wish the best of luck to this man, because they've ransomed his son and his kid and little daughter, and it's really bad, you know. Good luck, bro. Pray for you, man. So there's more than just people like me out there. I pray for the justice you deserve. Anyway, so let's look at the recent investor update. Okay, so I can't go back and do history when I keep getting these new things happening to me, and I start figuring out what's going on. And so apparently there are people in, I think, 6 cities, at least 1, 2, 3, 4 cities outside of the U.S., outside of Houston, investigating me and this whole thing. And they're probably all wondering, gosh, if Eric's right, man, he's got some problems with corruption in Houston. So I wrote this to the investors, and also noticed that Alex Graham Brunei hacked me yesterday to delete his response from my old phone number. They stole from me to hack. That's my old 5089 number. And they stole that number to hack into my systems to do that, one-time verification. Because after I got out of jail last week, after I turned myself in, I left my phone off for a week because the detective said, "We want your phone." I was like, look, I need this to work, guys. I have moved everything to another phone, and you can have that phone. And the police can have access to my Microsoft account where I store my SMS backups, all these recordings, and my voice recordings, I think is where they are too, and all that, okay? Because I'm seeking immunity, okay? Mainly from the FBI, and so I'm an FBI informant, and CPS and police, DEA, and media informant too. And you guys, guess what? I sent everything to hundreds of reporters a long time ago, okay? And it's also backed up on USBs that are getting mailed. So Southeast Asia, okay, I got way over 100 reporters there. Okay, I've been working on my LinkedIn profile. Thank you LinkedIn for reinstating my hacked account. I just put the hacking video up on the website. It's in the playlist, and I will be making more videos public. And so if I have to, that means they have all my private FBI tips and know where I'm staying and where I go, which is pretty scary. Man, there's some crazy shit going on. I'm pretty sure your investments are safe with so many police watching too. I told the police in other cities they have permission to access my Microsoft account because I'm pretty sure they are not corrupt. And Savannah, now you see why I could not simply why I simply could not walk away from this. I'm fighting 24/7 for this. I can't go get work. The first thing they're going to do is look on my social media, man. Would you want someone like me coming into your office with a big old FBI investigation into all your systems too? I've been going to AA a lot because there's so many honest people over there, and plus they got to listen to me. And I've been, gosh, how long has it been? 1 month, 11 days. The day those guys scared me straight. You ain't breaking me from that one. It's a daily thing, but I do find solace or peace in all of it. And besides, I got to think straight anyway. I was drinking a few beers a day to go to sleep and stuff, but now I find that it's easier when I go ride and get out and eat well. I can sleep well. And before I was really scared because there's a lot of drug dealers and other things like that are upset with me too. And but they need to be aware that anybody comes near me, any cell phone around me, that something happens to me will be investigated thoroughly. Okay, so yes, I'm seeking immunity for crimes that I may have committed, and in multiple cities, and but all without the intent was always honest. And there's a lot of people that are, being busted for smoking pot, trying to stuff like that, to try to turn on me by some crooked drug detectives, at least one. Now, whether that's going to be proven or not, I don't know. Those guys are pretty sneaky with these special phones and stuff that only show like a BIOS screen. And so in a lot of ways, having these other police agencies investigating in multiple states is actually, maybe a good thing. Let's see. Let's look at my email again. So, I have also met some great friends at AA. They're the most honest group I've ever met in my life, by far. Not all of them are honest, but at least they are trying. Plus, they listen. Love you guys and wish me luck. And so let's look at the police. Okay, that's Dallas. When was that? Well, that was yesterday. That's when I discovered it. But also, I noticed this is where Skylin's father, I believe, is arrested. And so Skylin went over there, and I called my uncle to call the police to have her arrested back then. But maybe that would have been a good thing now, because she was always working against me. And her father's a cartel gang leader, and those people in prison everywhere. It's a large gang. Skylin said she saw somebody in Austin wearing his tab. So that's Joey. He's a CSI investigator, had a lot of FBI and police friends, so I'm pretty sure he alerted them once he went through the evidence, and probably heard some of the things on there that could put me in jeopardy too. And so thank you, Joey, for alerting these police. I believe it's you. And I was thinking I'll give him permission, and he can share it to them, because I don't know how to reshare. They can't talk to me, because then they're like working with me, or I don't know how. This is such a bizarre situation. But that's Joey, and Eric gets stirred up some serious shit. Well, nobody can disagree with that. Nobody could disagree with that. All over the world. Okay, so that reminds me, when I called MI6, and those reporters are corrupt, I believe. The ones that issued 2 fake news things that didn't even listen to the recordings. And by the time you you issued your second fake news, I sent you the Princess Agreement and everything. So you can bet your ass, me and the investors are gonna fucking seek answers to that. So when the DGSE and MI6 and maybe the FBI come asking questions through Interpol, I suggest you be honest with them, okay? Miss Clodide, or whatever your name is, and the other one, Osmont. And same with Mr. Stewart. When London MI6 come asking questions, I suggest you talk truthfully about those terrorists that hired you, okay? Terrorist fundraisers. And that goes with Rahiman, who and Graham, who got the princess put on terrorist watch lists without telling the Sultan, and Rehat Group. I was listening to you guys talk, okay? I was there in February. He was living in my house, You don't think I overheard some shit? Yeah. All true, folks. Mr. Mark Stewart. So New York, and I was like, who the hell's in New York? And I was like, oh, that's where the SEC is. Okay, but that's also where the Sultan's first wife lives, with $9 billion in a New York bank, and the FBI. Okay, and he was going to use the money there because Singapore threatened currency war type shit because he has 20 billion in Singapore. And they were like, they know about the deal. Why are all the top executives from major international oil companies and all of these media people and all these hackers getting into my systems for? Because this is the real deal, folks. And so, and I don't plan on running. I was thinking, you know, yeah, of course you think about running, but, you know, what the fuck? I'll be top 10 most wanted fugitive and informant out there. You know, I'll be, you know, versed, and it'll be like the Unabomb hunt guy. I hope there is a big old team of FBI guys investigating all this, because it is a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity, and the gas is there. We all know it. 5,000-page feed studies. Saudi Aramco went public for the deal. Shell operator. Why is the Shell vice president global looking at my stuff as a very interested view? Why is the Exxon Loic guy top brass looking? Why is the Saudi Aramco AAPG world president looking? Okay, why are they even accepting my advice? Okay, because they know this deal. Everyone in the fucking world knows this deal now. Okay, and all I was asking for was a promise from ISD and people in Brunei to not have me killed. I would have signed that agreement back then twice. Okay, HPD Internal Affairs, I hope, is that one. Could be Alex. There's Detective Hopkins and Count Dallas. And, you know, I made my decision September 29th when I submitted that first FBI tip. I know what's going on, folks. Okay, deep doo-doo. And okay, so what the other one was the extorting Gonzalez kid, I think, had I don't know how they're getting into my shit, but I saw the 50899 number was changed on both my Microsoft and some Samsung account recoveries, okay? And after thousands of texts, he finally responded, okay, on a trap that I set, because I told Graham I would only send information to the 5089 number. And looky there, I get a wrong number. Same one that Ariel used, that she got set up on. I believe Graham set Alex up for that, and then so Alex got into my systems and tried to delete, and went into my text mail and deleted that. Because look, 2 days later, I get that, and in there you will see your phone number 5089 has been removed after I removed it. So, world's dumbest criminal, yes, one of them, and hook, line, sinker, little. You just proved everything again. So, thank you. Enjoy your federal time. If I were you, I would start calling the FBI and hoping for immunity. You won't get immunity. There's no way. But because you ran the sex trafficked a young woman, choked her, cut her up, threatened to kill her, and then extorted the fuck out of me and my family. So, get gigs up, dumb shit. So and make sure that all of your 6 other lesbian friends, not all of them dishonest. I know that Conroe police officer's daughter was used by you guys, and in that San Luis hotel. And I'm sure there's some recordings of that. Probably Sarah too. She's a little CPS informant. So you gotta be kidding me. Now you're following me over here, dudes? I was just over there trying to do it anyway. So So for the investors, look, see that there's a lot of cops looking. Okay, so that in a way that gives me assurance, but it also scares me some because and for the police who want to arrest me, the ones that are supposedly protecting children, the children that were extorting me in front of you, and you didn't call the FBI? How about when she came over with her father to my dad's house, and she coincidentally got arrested the next day, and shortly after that her father was arrested. You guys didn't call the FBI then? You know, I consider that close to attempted danger when Brenda and her father were outside me and my father's house. You know, I sent that long Snapchat right to Tyler, and then they left. Okay, I heard her Jeep. So that's gonna show up on some Google Maps. So I don't understand all of this, but it's starting to make more sense to me. So the police in the other cities, please let me continue. I'll be there when the time comes to cooperate with everybody. Again, I'm seeking immunity. You have to be truthful, right? Well, that dude's a lot faster. All right, so there's that guy. So again, you know, for the people, when I'm calling people pawns, you know, if you look at my pawn directory, there's the public pawns, but there's also the private pawns list. Criminal offense notification has a lot of pawns in there. Okay, no, it's under witness intimidation. And so you'll see a lot of white pawns, but there's 150 plus witnesses in all of this. Anybody who met they sent Graham from Brunei here to close the deal. He was here for at least 2 years. One of those years living with me in my house, me paying the bills, and Brunei citizen. And so anybody that met Graham here is a witness, and they all saw his criminal activities. Okay, so see all these white pawns. I call them white FBI pawns because when the FBI comes asking questions, keep in mind it's a felony to lie to the FBI. So, and if you lie to the cops and they contradict, that's your problem, not mine. Okay? That's just a fraction. There's a lot more. So, this dude's going real slow now. So let me pause this for a minute and then till he moseys by, because I can't even hear myself think. All right, so he's moved along. I was just thinking, so when I was saying before that I won't die for other people's money, I would die for the money that my family will get someday. Because they've had to put up with a lot of shit, and there's no way, like Mr. Doolin, I'm gonna let anybody destroy my. You guys only make me stronger. You take my car, I ride my bike and swim. Okay, you take my family, it makes me lie to my wife and tell lies to my wife, and she doesn't talk to me for a year, or my children. It only makes me stronger. So my daughter Savannah wrote a book last year. Had 20,000 downloads. She won't let me read the book, but God damn it. I said I wouldn't do this. So no, you won't defeat me. Even in death. So I read some profound words the other day, page 84 through 86, through the guidance of a spiritual person. And see, I've been teaching this stuff to my children for years, and I didn't know what it was. I used to tell them, there's a very profound book that the Celestine Prophecy says that with all those thoughts you have all day, those aren't you. Those thoughts that stream across your consciousness, those are other thoughts that are presented to you, and you got to pick, and you're the one listening to yourself, to those thoughts, and that's you. You're that one. You're the listener, and you pick and choose which thoughts you want to hold on to and guide you. But I used to say those were just kind of random thoughts. They're not random thoughts, folks. Those are decisions that God puts in front of you to choose. And in my Savannah Boots poem, or whatever it is, I've been presented with some very difficult choices in life lately. And like, for example, when I was, of course I thought about running before going to precinct Conroe police, but no, I was saying it was my gut that was guiding me, but it wasn't. So in those words that I consider concentrated, simplistic writing that a 5-year-old can understand, but written by the equivalent of Einstein thinking. It was saying that if you, I can't remember it all, but if you focus on others' benefit, like Mr. Doolin's, that ego and selfishness, the lack of, will be rewarded. So, and that was a enlightening moment. Thank you, man, that read that with me. That said, he handed me a book and he said, read these 4 pages. He said, some people read these every day, and which is probably a good idea. This is so crazy, but so that was this guy's coming back. Hold on. All right, so I'm not Charles Manson. I'm not the Unabomber. I am an FBI informant informing on some rich and powerful people in other countries who have hacked into my systems and local bribed police, and that's it. Okay, so and there's a lot of upset people, including the murderers, Skyland McDermott. Okay, Brenda, the thief, and co-conspirator, the Gonzalez family, Letitia, Lewis, Roshana, that got 10,000K wired into her Zelle account, Amanda, the driver of the 16-year-old kid extorting me, So, and little Aiden, who had supposed brain cancer, okay? So, yes, it's by design a crazy story, and but not my design, you know. I got some culpability here, but the intent was clearly, and all the promises I made were only promises of I will if what I'm told, if people honor their words, will happen, okay? So, and that sells, folks, on the dating sites. You know, people, you know, like those AA people, but not all of them are good people in there, and you know, but they're trying, and they're trying to better themselves. That's hope, folks. Those are people with hope, lots of them. Hope for a better life, and that's all I've been working for. You know, why? Once you have the money, where is the drive? You know, I'm giving all the money, not to the fucking kiss-ass friends, you know, that will all be around Eric, the special guy with the money. No, to the deserving, the misfortunate, okay, and the ones who stood with me, like the investor who gave me his kid's Christmas present money that month so I could get a hotel instead of the car. I don't think I got a hotel. I think I wound up staying in the car for those weeks, but it helped. And so his grandchildren that sacrificed so that I may continue my fight. I mean, what else can I do? It's a defense mechanism. And when you're like, when those guys were chasing me for the second time for 2 miles, I outran them. Okay, 3 of them. One of them had a half start on me, and we were both tired. And he was just one just across the street, under the headlight. Boom, boom, boom. Took pictures of him crystal clear. I could still spot that guy out easily. Okay. I remember what that drug detective, the first day those drug cops chased me all over. I remember that bumper clearly. Okay, and I remember what he looks like. So he's been investigating. He's been following me, you know, since last September, and the FBI has restricted his access to my communication systems. I know, because I asked him that after they did all that. You had your shot, buddy. And so, but like I say, please let me continue my work, because obviously I'm trying to do good things here for honest people, okay? 100 plus of them are honest. And so, way over 100, you know, and I think when the FBI comes really asking questions, there's going to be a whole lot more honesty from some crooked people. You know, the Tyrant story, there's a lot of people know that one. Saga of Tyrant, and Eric Trump and General Hernandez, and Colombia, Venezuela, Papua New Guinea, the perfume deal, Exxon. I was just, coincidentally, I keep seeing this McDermott name, that I saw McDermott Company, and but I also was right in front of the BP building, Graham. You have BP data on those drives that Steven has. So they're not gonna. You don't have any money, Graham. You told Jennifer that you have $100 in your pocket. That's because at my request, Brunei apprehended you on December 24th. Okay, and you can't run with $100. And thank you for Rosie getting on my LinkedIn. Rosie's his wife is best friends with the Queen. Okay, so we know the Queen knows. We know HM knows. Thank you for putting that BLNG pawn on my site. Okay, we know BLNG was the circumvent. BLNG was going to buy the deal for, I think you said 200 million. Okay, and then they were going to flip it to the royal family for 400 million, and you told me that Prince Jeffrey was suggesting that the family flip it to the Sultan for $1 billion. Okay, so there's 800 million profit in there, and you want to give me 2, and Bob gives me 12. Excuse me? No, that's not. You don't need that money now, Graham. Okay, because you won't get a chance to spend any of it. First of all, you can't travel outside Europe because of that terrorist association. So let's stop with the games, folks. There's a lot of police watching, okay? Not just the ones that you've bribed or made empty promises to, or possibly paid already. I don't care. You know, I don't care if you do bribe them, frankly. You need to honor the deal. Not you, though. You're out, okay? You are gone. You died December 24th to me and everybody else here. So, I talk to a dead man every day, and through text every day. So, and about 10 other people in that group. The Gonzalez family, some honest ones too in there. But those are my updates. They enjoy watching me make fun of you and my memes. That's the only thing that kind of brings the comedy to my life here. Let's look at some of those just for fun. This is I like the let's see, albums. The face shift ones are funny. I like to let's finish this off with some comedy, okay, folks? Boy, look at that butt. Where is my face shifts? The Vic one was funny. Vic's the car thief, those cartel members that probably doesn't work there anymore over at Bunny's. He sets up all the rapper tables. He's trying to get Drake and his producer into the gig. Instead, I was being scammed by some church people. But let's look at the Vic one. So that looks just like Vic. Oh. I probably just destroyed the audio, didn't I? There's Tammy, Graham. Some of these are lame. I'm worried that messed up the audio. So there's some funny memes in there, folks. I call Graham Gollum because he's so pathetic. He'll never have Tyrant now. Tyrant's in Venezuela. Hopefully talk to the FBI. I spent a lot of money getting her to IHH airport. Then she got turned away. And Texas AG, thank you. I keep forgetting to, you guys are back in, hopefully. That one's real funny. That's me talking to, that's me, Michael Jackson's "Everybody's Watching Me" or something like that. So, and Truman Show completely here, folks. Cops everywhere. Can't make this shit up. There's some more. Let's go to the good player, bad player is pretty funny. There's Vic was the informant told me that Vic goes to the seedy bookstore with a transsexual. That's why I make his meme like that. There's Gollum Graham. Skyland threw that cat out the window of on a highway, I was told, and she told me that, and I love that kitty. That was a cool cat. And there's Lydia, who Graham acknowledged threatening Tammy's life with. Can't believe she threw that cat out. And there's Savannah. There's when they all went to the beach, and after we sent them the money, and that day I gave his mother a S20, like that the one on the bottom right is the Alex, the transgender. I thought she takes voice deepening pill, sounds just like a guy. And there's the driver, Ant. And there's smart homicidal heroin skank with dead body issues. Steven told me that Tom Newton was a big man, had drag marks on his skin, and had a brick-sized wound on his head trying to cover up a heroin overdose. And then the homicidal heroin skank moved out of town the next day. Works at Bolo Systems. I know those guys. I contacted them. She got upset, and then the next day I had the police come over and tell me not to talk to her anymore. That's Skylin, okay, without her blue eyes. There's me. That's me, James Bond. Keith Blair, good man, 25-year consultant. Eric, I don't know what you're into. Well, you see it now, Keith. Okay. There's the biological father. Met him. The baby's not mine, folks. Graham with the dream, the delusion of Tyrant in his eyes. There's the Graham dying, his last little speck of Terminatorness, becoming Gollum. That's the guy that burned. Skylin called a guy named Navajo that lives in Grants to burn the evidence book. On the 1029, I submitted 2 audio tips to the FBI. The man who protected me during the terrorist fundraising days of Graham's sent that she was being held by at a gang member's house. So she ran back to Alex's house. His aunt took her to go pick her up. I was calling Tony that night, but then Alex choked and cut her up and then strangled her till she threw up. So then Sarah picked her up. She ran back to the gang member's house. Sarah picked her up and they called me. We need shelter. I ain't having no 16-year-old girls coming to my hotel room. No, she's 20. So I said, come on over. But apparently she's not. And so birth certificate, I'm told, birth certificate unavailable, born Honduras, and biological test says she's 19 or 20. Okay, that's why all her friends are in their 20s, mostly. Eric gets King Rat. Matt, I was told, ratted out a whole bunch of cops that were selling drugs out of the compound. I saw him that day. And Lisa Queen Bee. Graham's mouth. Me. I think I've lost a little bit of weight since then. There's the terrorist fundraisers. Look, folks, there's a letter. Okay, Pascal Bolot. Princess under, right? Okay, they came here to Houston. Graham gave them the data as a backup plan, folks. Bob Bertang, the seller, that doesn't have access to his security clearance email anymore because I called MI6 before the African intelligence reporters got involved. I've only helped you, okay? So you keep that in mind. I know you're old, but I was trying to warn you guys, including Brunei, before he left. Okay, criminal matters first. Deal can't close without FBI. There's me waiting for the cop to break, because the cops, they went to the hotel to return the phone. They're gonna go, Eric, here, let's delete the pictures. And but no, I went back and they never showed up. Terrorist fundraisers. Erica's little kid. I'm no angel, folks. Happy investors. Intimidated investors. Liabilities, assets. Terrorist fundraiser with a little bomb on his head. This is some funny shit, I think. So if I go missing, it's pretty easy to find me. I've always wearing army shit, and because I'm in a war, folks, and I don't plan on going anywhere. Why would I go through all this just to run off so you guys can all fuck me and the investors? And Tammy have to pay rent someplace. You guys made her sell the house. Depriving FBI guys. That's it. It's pretty cool. Sir Mark Moody Stewart, knighted by Queen Elizabeth. She's a wreck. Poor girl got raped. That's the thief, Sarah. That's the that's such a perfect extortion picture. Graham's little butt buddy, all silent now until just the other day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for fucking finally acknowledging 3,000 texts on my old phone number. God, that's a good one, folks. They already had you. Yes, I'm no FBI. We've already got him, but or it, cousin it. So, you're not paranoid, folks, if people really are trying to kill you. Okay? That's what my dad says. Did y'all like my dad's idiom from... My dad works harder than all you guys, all you people in Brunei combined. The ones that are against me. He's read more books than all of you combined. He's wrote books. Beautiful poetry books. He lived in Indonesia. Did you love that idiom that he wrote? When he, on October Reddit campaign, before Graham left. How about that writing he did on Rico? God, that was a good one, huh? That one got your attention, didn't it? Thank you, Father. So it's not just me, folks. It's me and my father fighting. And I know you guys have probably set him up for some shit. Probably, you know, I deleted 500 gigs off my Google Drive because I couldn't find a bunch of shit. And I couldn't figure out what was taking up all that space. So hopefully the FBI got a snapshot. I needed the space, so I just deleted that 500 gig folder. But I'm sure you guys put some child porn or some other shit on there too. You guys have definitely edited my text messages, and you had access to my WhatsApp completely. Okay, I saw the second computer added, and I don't know how you keep getting into my shit. But I'm tired of that hacking. Police, hack all you want. You have my permission. Honest police in other cities. You know, I don't know where. I can't figure out where CPS is at. There's one woman that Brenda claims to have against me that Graham was talking to incessantly before he left, while I was texting all this evidence of extortion and threats of death. Okay, why didn't anybody call the FBI then before he escaped? Okay, why did I get a threatening message from random calls saying better let Graham go to Brunei? Authorities are watching. That wasn't the FBI, folks. That was Brunei. Okay, Rehat, Zain, and probably Rahibman. So the truth is out. You can't bribe 5 cities of cops, and they're, you know, each one of those cops has got a buddy just to make sure he, you know, look, you know, FBI is watching everything we do. So, you know, there's at least 2 in each of those cop cities, probably with the DA getting approval to go into my systems or not. I don't care. FBI's watching, I know. And why? Because me and my father submitted tips to the FBI. So let's cut out the games. Let's get this thing done honestly. There's Africans waiting still. I need to fulfill, hopefully, if I'm free, alive, and I get the money, make choices and to do this the right way. Because something so big and so important for so many people should not be founded on evil done by evil people. think everybody would agree to that. Sue the fuck out of me after I get the money, I don't care. Slumberger, thank you for looking at my stuff. I made some decisions. All of the criminals, you know, everyone still has a chance, to be honest. My true enemy is Graham Dryden for what he has done to so many, including his first wives, his children, and the other honest people he's turned bad in all this. I know those cops were just trying to look out for their guys they were training. I don't hold resentment for them. That drug detective, Steven, you know, it's not for me to judge, because I'm not the innocent one either. But like I told Alex, you know, you might want to call the FBI, because you might get your sentence reduced, and that goes with everybody else. I know, I don't care. Just stay away from me and my family. The truth's out anyway. I feel confident in that. For the first time. Dad says, I was arguing with my dad driving back from the probation officers. I was all, I don't see you praying. No, I pray every day, Dad. He knows I do now, but praying does work. Every day, throughout the day. You know, I don't have, I've studied the Muslim thing. You know, I don't like how they cover up the women, treat them like property or whatever, but you know, there's some positive traits. I know 90+% of Muslim people that pray aren't praying for bad things. They're praying for good things, for their families and their crops, health, and goodness. So praying is a good thing, and the more you do it, the better, the more content and at peace and serene with the choices you made in the past that you can't change, but you can let those guide you to make better choices moving forward. I think that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna cut this one short. This is much longer than I expected. Over and out, folks. Oh, that's a long one. Peace on earth.